traders, Sam Shakespeare here, Introduction to Fibonacci Grid Trading series. This video will show you the basics of how price action works on the Fib matrix dynamic grids. Now, if you don't know what a matrix, often referred to as the grids, are, then you need to watch video 1 of this series. So what I've done is sped up a previous trade we've had in the trade room. Often it's easier to see the price action if you can speed it up, and then you can see how price moves over longer periods of time. Also, I want to point out that because this is a recording of a previous trade, you will see a mouse pointer flying across the grids and the charts. Try not to let that confuse you, and my apologies for that. The first thing I want to bring your attention to is the trade setup itself on the grids. If you notice, the 1 minute boxes are what we call leading. In other words, the head of the snake is up. And if you remember, the head of the snake is the 1 minute boxes and the tail of the snake is the 60-minute boxes. So what we have is a trend trade. And the main entry points on a trend trade are at each of its time frame boxes. So the 1 minute box is a possible entry. We call that a 1 minute trend. A 5 minute box would be a 5 minute trend. And an entry at the 15 minute box would be considered a 15-minute trend trade. To decide which of those time frame boxes would be a good entry, what we would do is look and see which ones line up with other time frame support and resistance levels. And the first multi-time frame levels that we see are down around the 73, 98, 99 levels. Whether this would be considered a 5 or 15-minute entry down there would be hard to determine because the 5 and 15-minute boxes are only 4 pips apart. So they're basically in the same area. So what I'm going to do now is speed up the video and let's watch the price action as it comes down to this multi-time frame level and see what it does. Aussie dollar just came off of its highs near 74.14, right around where that multi-time frame level is up there. This would have been a great exit point for the previous 5-minute entry. And since then it has come straight down and is now bouncing right off of this multi-time frame level. And let's watch the price. This is where most bounces occur, at these levels. All right, let's watch as it starts to bounce back up. And you can see while you enter near your boxes and you take profit near the band shades. So we're going to try to attack that 14, 15 level on Aussie dollar again. You can see price is now moving up towards that high. Now, as long as these roads are clear above us, meaning there are no numbers in the lanes and you have nice big gaps up to the next multi-time frame level, then price should have no problem moving up to that next level. Now, if you look here, we're testing this 3-column level. This is about 20 pips from where the entry would have been. So many traders would probably have taken profit around here, but if you watch the price, it just bounced above that 3-column and then came back and retested, and now looks like it's going to move up higher to the next band shade level, which is here around 27, 28, and it's testing it now. Hey traders, for this next example on price action along the grids, I want to show you a pound dollar grid. Notice this 4-column roadblock down below here, and there's actually 20 pips of gap between that column and the 1 minute green box at 83 there. So that's what you look for in this type of a trade, a multi-time frame level, and you can see right now how price is trying to batter through that level but can't seem to get below it. Every time it comes down to that 4-column level, the price gets knocked back higher. In fact, what you will see is that 4-column roadblock has pinpointed the exact location that price has turned around. Let's watch as price moves to the upside. I want to remind you that I've sped up the price action. This move took about 20 to 25 minutes in real-time action. But as you see cable break through these middle support and resistance levels, I want you to notice when it comes out the other side where the price action stops. Now here's where it breaks above for the first time. We'll get the price box out of there, and you can see how it bounces off this 2-column here around 1820. Now it fights there for a minute. It finally breaks above, and finally this 2 column at 25.26 is the only thing that can stop this price from going higher. That's about as far as this move goes for now. I hope this was a good primer on price action with the grids.